been very stop-start, as you can imagine, but great to be back up and running, which is really good. Obviously the schools are struggling a bit to get their sport up and running because they're under different guidelines, so I think down here it's crucial for grassroots sport that we get everybody back and up and running as effectively as we can.
It's ridiculously important. The kids have had such a long time without their sport. There's a lot of schools who aren't participating in any sort of sports, aside from sort of a bit of PE, I think. So to see the kids having some sort of social interaction, they've grown up together as well, these kids, from sort of year 6 and 7, or from 6 and 7 years old even. So to actually get them back and play rugby is just so good. I mean, even now on a day like today, pouring hard, freezing cold, they're all out there, most of them with a smile on their face. Yeah, very, very important.
About having those kids getting them back moving, enjoying each other's company, and making the most of it. So yeah, it just means the world to all of them.
Yeah, no, I think it's brilliant. The key part is we can try and keep consistency, and I think with people in and out, stoppages and starters, it becomes really difficult to keep them consistently learning, remembering things we've trained on.
It's extremely important to us. It's all about taking those kids through the years, through the evolution of the game, how the rule changes, etc. We've got a great example just over there, right behind me, which is Jack, who by himself went through all the years. He went through academy, played first team rugby, second team rugby. So that's what we believe on. We try to play the same brand of rugby across the group, and yeah, just make it happen.
I think Tunbridge is a great setup, and you can clearly see if you work hard, you do what they tell you, you have the skills. There's a clear pathway to get to the top, to get to the first, which is what we look at. But even if you don't, you can get to the seconds, you can get to the thirds. There's a continual playing opportunity, no matter your ability.
Well, I mean, again, we're really blessed. Again, with the first team being in the upper echelons of the rugby circuit anyway, there's a huge amount of pride in the club, and that feeds its way through to this lot. We've all been and watched games, firsts and seconds and thirds and whatever else that's available, and also, they aspire to be part of that club, and it's attainable, with the structure that seems to be in place. The academy in particular, which these guys will be going off to in a couple of years, yeah, certainly something that they will be looking forward to emulating if possible, that's for sure.
So yeah, about 5 years ago the sort of club restructured a bit, so my position came in with sort of junior manager, so it's a very cohesive junior section, 12s to 15s, 4 age groups. Got our own fixture secretary, got our own midweek training, got our own sponsors, so it sits really nicely. It's definitely a sort of stepping stone into the academy, which is obviously nationally renowned, and that's been really good. We've had some great successes both on the pitch regarding trophies, numbers, tours. So it's sitting really nicely, and yeah, happy days. It definitely feeds beautifully into the academy. So I think really just making sure we're right up to date with all the guidelines. The RFU have been great and very transparent and very good at communicating to us. So it's really just working out what phases we're in. We've also got the issues, of course, especially at the moment, the Kent figures aren't great, so lots of kids isolating, which is fine from their schools. So just making sure that they're staying safe and away, I suppose, from the training when they need to be. So yeah, it really is just, I suppose, safety at all costs, and of course the club have done very well at also following all the guidelines regarding food and drink and everything else. So finally, a massive thanks to our sponsors. This year we've got the Schools of Summerhill sponsoring the junior section. We also use their grounds as well on Sundays, which is amazing. Hever Triathlons are also sponsors this year, which is great. Horsepower Motor Centre in the middle of Tunbridge are our new sponsors, which you'll see on our junior shirts, and Bill Westcott, one of the dads from the under-13s. That's hugely important because it gives the funding to bring in some external resources, external coaching, midweek training, and first team players and coaches down on Sundays. So thank you to those guys and the sponsors. It's a huge boost for us.
Well, yeah, no, it's again, it's this evolution and the fact that everything is very much embedded with the club and the whole structure. Got first team coaches giving us hands, midweek training, a lot of dedication from every group member, training with the RFU, etc. So it's all about binding that together and give the best possible experience to the kids.
My favourite memories are actually being with the age group through the years, seeing these guys from under 7s develop. I've been lucky enough I've coached from under 7s to under 16s, and what I notice is they all change at different rates. and what you'll see is kids who are struggling at under 10s become fabulous at under 14s, and vice versa. The best memories are seeing those changes and transitions for the kids as they go through.
And the biggest thing, I mean, we're so lucky with our parents and the kids generally. They're such a lovely group of people. It's an absolute joy to come in every weekend and spend time with this lot. And outside of rugby, met some incredible friends. We've done an awful lot together. Been skiing and a few other bits like that. But the biggest thing for me has been the tours that we've done so far, where we've gone in. The boys have played incredibly hard, and we've come away with some incredible wins as well. So, yeah, great memories all round so far.
Just twisted the hips on Billy.